Good morning, friends. Today topic is adenoviridae. It's a double-stranded DNA virus, and its structure is hexagonal in outline, and it is having icosahedral symmetry. And here in this picture, you can see the hexon and penton. On penton, a fiber is present with terminal knob, and in the next picture, you can see avian adenovirus, which is having two fibers at each penton. Adenovirus, the term is derived from the Greek word adenos, which means gland, and it was first time isolated from the explant culture of human adenoid. Adenoid is a gland which is present on the roof of the mouth behind the soft palate, and so first time it was reported from the human adenoid, so it was named as adenovirus. Adenoviruses are non-enveloped, and it is having single linear molecule of double-stranded DNA, and it is hexagonal in outline with icosahedral symmetry. It is having 252 taxomers, out of which 240 are hexon, which are present on the faces and edges, and 12 are penton, which are present on vertex. As I told, each penton is having a glycoprotein fiber with terminal knob in mammalian adenovirus, whereas in avian adenovirus, two fibers are present. Replication takes place in nucleus, and the virions are released by the cell lysis. Intranuclear inclusion bodies are formed in this virus, and many of the adenoviruses agglutinate red blood cells, and it occurs due to the binding of cellular receptor with the penton fibers. Adenoviruses are stable in the environment, but it can be disinfected, inactivated by common disinfectant. And in cell culture, it produces a characteristic CPE, which resembles the bunches of grapes, as it causes rounding and clumping of the affected cells. And the adenoviruses are known to cause acute respiratory or gastroenteritis diseases. And some viruses are oncogenic in lab animals, but not in the natural host. Coming to the classification, this virus family is having 5 genera, which are as masked adenovirus, AV adenovirus, ETA adenovirus, CIA adenovirus, and ICTA adenovirus, out of which masked adenovirus contains the adenoviruses of mammals, AV adenovirus and ETA adenoviruses contains the viruses of the birds, which are important for the veterinary. Some of the important veterinary adenoviruses are canine adenoviruses, which is well known for the causing infectious canine hepatitis. Others are canine adenovirus 2, which is involved in the kennel cough or infectious tracheobronchitis. Some of other are equine adenoviruses, which causes subclinical or mild respiratory infections. Bovine adenoviruses, which is also involved in the respiratory and enteric infections. Ovine adenoviruses, involved in respiratory and enteric diseases. Porcine adenoviruses usually causes subclinical infection. Among poultry adenoviruses, fall adenoviruses is important. It causes quell bronchitis and inclusion hepatitis. Another important disease is egg drop syndrome, which is caused by egg drop syndrome virus. Pigeon adenovirus, it causes marble skin disease. And turkey hemorrhagic enteritis virus, it causes turkey hemorrhagic enteritis. Coming to the disease of important diseases of the adenoviruses, infectious canine hepatitis virus, it causes infectious canine hepatitis, and this virus belongs to canine adenovirus 1 genus, masked adenovirus. Apart from this, it also causes respiratory and ocular diseases, and it was first recognized from the cases of fox encephalitis, and it is also an important pathogen for fox, wolves, and other wild animals. It was first recognized by Rubarth in 1947, so it is also known as Rubarth disease. Disease transmission occurs through the direct contact with the infected animals, as the urine, feces, or saliva of the infected animals are contaminated and acts as a source of infection. Infectious canine hepatitis, it causes massive destruction of the hepatocyte. That's why it is known as infectious canine.
Hello, ma'am.
And it results in per acute deaths in dogs. Coming to its pathogenesis, canine adenovirus, when it goes to body through the ingestion, it gets replicated in tonsils and Peyer's patches, and it causes viremia. Viremia may cause
मैम लैपटॉप ऑफ हो गया था क्या?
नहीं, जूम ऑफ हो गया था. Coming to the pathogenesis, it is audible.
शेयर कर दीजिए मैम.
Yes, ma'am.
Coming to the pathogenesis, canine adenovirus, it causes
स्क्रीन शेयर कर दीजिए मैम.
canine adenovirus, it gets replicated in tonsil and Peyer's patches and causes viremia.
मैम कैनाइन पर आ रहे हैं तो डॉग भी बोल रहा है.
What?
What rubbish.
Canine means
कैनाइन मींस डॉग. कैनाइन के मतलब डॉग भी होता है. डॉग मींस कुत्ता भी होता है.
So it gets replicated in tonsil and Peyer's patches and causes viremia. When it causes viremia, two types of effects are seen. It causes cytopathic effects due to the viral replication in the tissues, and it also leads to the antibodies production. Due to cytopathic effects in viral replications, hepatocytes, renal tubules, and vascular endothelials gets affected. When hepatocytes gets affected, it causes acute hepatitis. In renal tubules, it causes nephritis. And when vascular endothelial are affected, it causes hemorrhages. And it also causes production of intranuclear inclusion bodies. And in the case of nephritis, virus are shed in urine. When it leads to antibodies production, it forms immune complex with the viral antigen, and it may get circulated and gets deposited in the renal glomeruli, or it may locally deposited in cornea and may cause corneal edema or opacity and interior uveitis. Interior uveitis means it is causing inflammation of iris and surrounding tissue. Coming to the clinical signs, most commonly disease occurs in the young animals, and mortality rate ranges from 10 to 30% in mature dog and up to 100% in young pups. It may cause per acute disease in which rapid death occurs without showing any illness or illness of short duration, that is up to 3 to 4 hours. Acute diseases, it recognized by fever, depression, anorexia, thirst, vomition and diarrhea, conjunctivitis, several discharges from the eyes and nose occurs. It causes petechial hemorrhages in the gums and causes pale mucous membrane. Leads to jaundice and abdominal pain, tachycardia, leukopenia, prolonged clotting time, and disseminated intravascular coagulation. Bleeding may be seen from the milk teeth, and severely affected dog may get convulsed. It also causes mild disease, which is actually a modified vaccine modified disease which results due to the partial immunity. And it occurs generally in about 25% of the recovered dog which recover from the acute diseases. And in this condition, immune complexes gets deposited in the cornea and causes bilateral corneal opacity or blue eye condition, which spontaneously may disappear. And this condition is blue eye condition is a characteristic and diagnostically useful. When it gets deposited, it interferes with the normal fluid exchange and leads to the edema. So coming to the lesions in ICH, it leads to edema, hemorrhages in superficial lymph nodes, hemorrhages on the serosal surface, liver and spleen gets enlarged, gallbladder gets thickened and edematous, affects renal, cortical renal and causes hemorrhages, causes pulmonary consolidation, hepatocytes gets necrotized, and intranuclear inclusion bodies are seen, which is of diagnostic value. Inclusion bodies are also found in Kupffer cells, hepatocytes, and endothelial cells of the kidney. Diagnosis: when the dog is presented with fever and sudden collapse and abdominal pain and having history of unvaccination, it suggests that it may be ICH. When other parameters are seen, marked reduction in the neutrophils and the lymphocytes are seen during the febrile stage, clotting time may be prolonged, and intranuclear inclusion bodies are seen in the cells of the hepatocytes, Kupffer cells, and endothelial cells. For further confirmation, virus isolation can be done in MDCC, MDCK cells, PCR, and ELISA can be used for diagnosis. Virus for isolation during febrile stage, oropharyngeal swabs, blood, urine, and feces can be used, and from postmortem samples, spleen, lymph node, and kidneys are used. In this condition, liver is not suitable for the cell culture as it is having high level of the arginase, which inhibits the cell replication. HI test and viral neutralization test can be used for diagnosis. Treatment: it involves the supportive treatments, intravenous fluid, and in severely ill animal, blood transfusion is needed. Coming to the prevention and control, both inactivated and live attenuated canine adenovirus 1 vaccines are available, but the live attenuated canine adenovirus 1 results in mild nephropathy with shedding of the virus in urine, and in some cases it leads to corneal opacity. So canine adenovirus 2 vaccine is more effective. It gives a cross protection for the ICH, and it is having no side effect and causes long lasting immunity to canine adenovirus 1. Coming to the next virus, egg drop syndrome virus. This belongs to genus Etaadenovirus, and it causes a very important disease of poultry known as egg drop syndrome. It was first reported in 1976, and perhaps this virus was first came from the duck, and through contaminated vaccine it spread to the chickens. Virus can be grown in embryonated eggs of the ducks and the geese, and also in the cell culture from the ducks, geese, and chicken. Chickens are the major species affected, but the affected chickens looks apparently healthy, and the transmission of the disease is through the contaminated eggs, droppings, fomite, needles, and also vertically through the eggs. Symptoms: only symptoms is seen in the egg, which are of different types, like if it is pigmented egg, loss of pigment occurs in the pigmented eggs. Eggs may be soft shelled, thin shelled, or shellless, and thin shelled eggs may have rough or even sandpaper-like structure or surface. It causes drop in egg production and failure to reach peak production in the poultry. These pictures show different types of the eggs, which is of different shapes. Also shows thin-shelled or shell-less eggs. Lesions are only seen in the pouch cell gland and oviduct, and their epithelium becomes necrotic and contains intranuclear inclusion bodies. And there may be associated inflammatory infiltration of the cells, and these findings are almost diagnosis by virus isolation in the embryonated duck or goose eggs, by cell culture or heme agglutination test, viral neutralization test, and fluorescent antibodies technique. Coming to the prevention and control, preventing control with the other birds, especially the waterfall, and disinfections of the all equipments, chlorination of the water, and in some countries inactivated vaccines are available for the chicken, but the vaccination only reduces the infection but does not eliminate the virus. Coming to the next important disease, fall adenovirus. It is from it quail bronchitis virus. It is causes quail bronchitis, and it is an important disease of quail, and its etiology is fall adenovirus 1, which is now known as fall adenovirus, AV adenovirus A, and it belongs to the genus AV adenovirus. Virus is highly contagious and spreads to the flock. Clinical symptoms in young birds: it causes respiratory distress, open mouth breathing, nasal discharge, coughing, sneezing, rales, lacrimation, and conjunctivitis. Mortality may be 100% in young birds, and old birds it causes diarrhea, and less than 25% mortality in birds aged more weeks of age. Coming to the lesions, lesions are mainly seen in the trachea and causes necrotic or hemorrhagic tracheitis with intranuclear inclusion bodies. Also causes air circulitis, hepatic necrosis, and gaseous mucoid enteritis. It can be controlled by strict isolation of the quarantine of the newly introduced birds, the contamination of the premises and equipments, and it causes long-lasting immunity in the recovered birds. Next topic is inclusion body hepatitis. It is caused by fall adenovirus 4 and belongs to the genus AV adenovirus, and the virus is now designated as fall AV adenovirus C, and this disease is known by different names like hydropericardium syndrome, Angara disease, Leachy disease, and from this disease boilers of 3 to 5 weeks are commonly affected, and infection occurs to the oral route. Virus can get spread through horizontal and vertical routes, and its pathogenesis. Severe disease occurs if the birds get co-infected with the immunosuppressive agents or with aflatoxins. Virus multiply in the RBC and hepatic cells. Infection of liver cell affects synthesis of the albumin, and it also causes hydropericardium. Coming to the clinical signs and lesion, sudden mortality is the characteristic feature of this disease, and other symptoms are depression, ruffled feathers, yellowish species, and birds are reluctant to move, and it rests on the ground with the help of lying chest and beak on the ground. Coming to the lesions, it causes enlarged liver with hemorrhage and necrosis, intramuscular hemorrhage and anemia. It also causes intranuclear inclusion bodies in hepatocytes, and its diagnosis can be based on the symptoms and lesions and inclusion bodies in the hepatocytes. Other methods are AGPT, ELISA, PCR. Virus can be isolated in the Immunized eggs with the help of CAM or yolk sac root. Also, cell culture can be used for the isolation, and disease control can be done by vaccination, use of immunomodulators, and applying sanitation in the farm. So this concludes the topic adenoviridae.
मैम एक बार समराइज कर दीजिए मैम।
Okay.